Hello, my friends, welcome back. I am doing a layout today for the Erica Rose creative team, and I am going to use this cut file here. This cut file, it's kind of cool. It is part of the bennies of being in her Patreon group, and you get this cut file free at the $5 tier. So I want to play with it. It is a cut file by Lacey Ann Designs, and it's cute and funky and totally has like a 1970s vibe to me. I have it cut out on a piece of Basil cardstock called Touch of Pink. And I'm going to use Pink Fresh Studio Flower Market to back it. I'm not quite sure how yet. I figure I will pop out all of this goodness and start backing it and see where it takes me. Now for photos, to go with All Good Things Are Wild and Free, I have these two photos right here. Not sure if I'm using both, using one, not quite sure, but this is my youngest, and these were taken when I was doing her senior pics for her. So that's what I have. I'm going to back my cut file, and I will be back in a jiffy. I've backed my cut file all in the same paper because, yeah, I just thought the words could be on this funky paper right here that has all of these different colors. Super fun. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up on some dimensional adhesive. And my background will be this piece called Stonewash right here. I'm going to tuck this one photo of my daughter right in there. I'll probably mat it a couple more times with my gorgeous pattern papers, but so far, the sun just came out. All right, so far I'm really digging it. Let me close those blinds and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and gutted out this yellow piece, scuffed up the edges of this gorgeous periwinkle type tone, and I'm going to pop the whole thing right here. Look at how pretty this is starting to look. It's all coming together. I'm going to tuck this right here, so I'm going to get a little bit of shadow, and her legs can go right there between the leafy bits. So super pretty. I just have to put all of that together. Then I have just got a couple of pieces to see how I want to integrate them, and this one will be done. I also want to see if I have any flair that match this collection. So as things go, this layout is done. I'm going to just grab these few pieces that I have left, and I'm going to tuck them in here and there. I mean, anytime you have a cut file, it totally takes care of your page for you. Now, you know how I double matted my layout, so I've got a little bit more pattern, a little bit more color coming in that way. But overall, I am just smitten with the vibe of this cut file. I did tell you guys you can get this on Erica Rose Creates Patreon group in the $5 tier, which they do have the best cut files that you can play with. I mean, you know how cut files are. You can size them all different ways. I used more of a blush color kind of a cardstock on this one, but you totally change up the look based on what you do with it. Enough about that. You see I'm just faffing about putting in all of these fun little pink fresh ephemera bits, kind of creating little clusters. I loved that pink fresh piece that I used right up near the photo. It's kind of large, but it totally works. I tucked it down a little bit, and I really wanted to use all of these florals because we were out in nature. There were all of these cattails around this beautiful pond that's near our house. So yes, super pretty. I'm going ahead and layering up all of the things, putting a little bit of foam behind things wherever I want a little bit of pop and dimension. I'm going to go ahead and add in some of these Scrap and Happy Studio Flair so I can have a little bit of that shine on my page, and I'll pop 3 in so we get a nice little visual triangle of little shiny bits. Oh, and then I saw these circular frames. I was like, oh wait, let me see if I can tuck them in, and this one went around that flare just perfectly. I love when those happy accidents happen. I've got this gorgeous one here, and I know it's going to be really hard to pull up everything, so I'm just going to cut a little bit of it off, and you'll still see that circular bit kind of hanging out around my florals. And then finally I've got this cute little yellow one, and I can tuck that right underneath my flare. So I have the circle bits in my 3 clusters as well, which I really like. Now I do have some enamel dots in that same blush color, kind of like what my cut file is cut in, and I'm just going to add them here and there. I guess it ended up being like a cut file and a bunch of circle things on this layout, but I like it because it kind of feels like there's lots and lots of movement. And that is this layout done, showing you a little bit of close-ups of my clusters. I will have links for Erica Rose Creates Patreon group down below, as well as some still shots if you want to see anything up just a little bit closer. Okay guys, that is it for now. I will be back ever so soon with another video. I hope y'all have the very best day.